volumes of revolution. In this one, we're going to wrap this y equals x squared from 1 to 4. We're going to wrap this about the y-axis, okay? And it's going to look like, the solid is going to look like this. Okay, sort of like a bowl again, but it's about the y-axis. And therefore, when we cut our little discs out, we're going to cut them this way and add them all up is what we're going to do. And let's say here's the ith disc, and we pull that out, it looks the same as last time, okay? It has a thickness, and it has a radius. But this time the thickness is dy thick, okay? And the radius is, we go out here, is the x value. In other words, that's the distance from here to here. It's an x value, so r is x, like that. And our v sub I is going to equal, of course, pi r squared times the thickness, and that equals pi, well, r is x, x squared, and the thickness is dy this time. And so what we do, of course, is when we add these up, an infinite number of them, we end up with a definite integral. And we're going to integrate this time from 0 to 16, y equals 0 to 16, and it's going to be pi x squared dy. Now we have the problem that we're integrating with respect to y, and we have an x in there, but that's okay because we've got the fact that y equals x squared, so I find the inverse, I solve for x, and x, of course, equals the square root of y, plus or minus, but we're only looking at the plus part here, so it's a positive square root of y. So now we can write this as the integral from 0 to 16. I'll bring pi out front there, put it out like that, and it is the square root of y squared dy. Now we're fine because we're integrating with respect to y, and our variables inside are y. And of course this equals pi 0 to 16 of y dy. And that's pi, keep the pi outside, and I've got y squared over 2 from 0 to 16. And of course that gives us pi, well, I'll just write it out. What if you do this, if you put 16 in, you subtract 0, everyone knows how to do a definite integral by now, I suppose, and we end up with actually 128 pi. Save us some space here. Units cubed. Cubic units when we get done. Okay, we just plug the 16 in there and square it, divide by 2, plug 0 in, subtract, do the predictable thing, and there we have it.